I wanted to make a video about feeding senior horses. A few months ago, I had my vet come and check my horse because he wasn't eating his hay. And after examination, she found that he had lost a lot of his teeth. And she said I should put him on a special diet of alfalfa pellets, which are these in this container. And they are hard and small, and I soak them in water overnight. They need to be soaked at least 30 minutes before they eat, but I soak them overnight. And that makes it easier for the horses to eat them. Plus, it's not good for them to eat these hard like this because it actually can make them have colic where they won't eat for days. So the safe way is to soak them in water overnight. And that way they can eat even though they've lost a lot of their teeth. And after they're soaked overnight, they actually swell to this size, but they're soft and very digestible. Horses love alfalfa to start with. It's very expensive, but the horses are worth it. And then we have beet pulp shreds that are also soaked overnight. And I have two horses that are senior. The other horses eat their feed and hay, but the senior horses get this beet pulp and the alfalfa pellets that's been soaked overnight, plus their senior equine feed. They get this crisper bin full, and I put it in this big dish pan, so each horse gets a dish pan full of soaked alfalfa and shredded beet pulp. The shredded beet pulp is in this container, and it actually has molasses in it, which makes it more tasty for the horses, but it's dry, and I soak it overnight as well. And it's very granular, very easy for them to eat, especially after it's been soaked in water. And that is their diet now that they are senior horses. And I have been cleaning my yard for the fall leaves and pine straw. And I've brought 3 truckloads so far and put in their corral, because after all the rain, it has turned into muck, and I don't want them walking in mud, so I have brought the pine straw and leaves and stuff out of the yard, put it in their corral so that they can walk on something drier. And I put it in this side as well. This is where 2 of the horses stay on this side. And I still have more to do. Every year I have to clean my yard. I have a very large yard, and I usually get around 18 truckloads, that size truckload. 18 truckloads I've counted in past years that I get out of my yard. So it's a big yard. And this helps build up the ground. I've got the horses out grazing right now. They are having their free time, but I'll bring them in a little bit and let them have their feed and hay. And we'll take a walk out here and see them for a minute. Had a lot of rain lately, but it actually filled my pond up here and at the house, which is good. I don't know if they'll say that we're still in a drought. I wouldn't think so, but because the ground is very wet. But we'll go out here to the pasture, take a look at the horses. I gave my horse Agilon some fresh cut oats yesterday, a little bucket full that I hand cut for him. Thought he would be able to eat them, but he started gumming them. He actually makes a squeaking sound because he's lost a lot of his teeth. He still has his front teeth, but his back teeth are mostly gone. And so I have him over there in that pasture, and he just has his free time and don't really graze, but the other horses here are grazing. I tried to grow them some carrots, and this is some of the carrots that I have grown. They're actually still small, only about 3 or 4 inches long. And they were supposed to mature after just 2 months, and it's already going on 3 months. So I don't know what's up with that. And I even had them in Miracle Grow potting soil. But the hunters ran some deer through here a few weeks ago during hunting season and actually knocked my fence down. The deer did, running through the fence, and I had to put it back up on this east side. There's Misty Cana, which is her baby, which is now, gosh, he's 20 years old, going on 21. And here's Cricket, our Appaloosa. And here's Rudy. He's a quarter horse, and he rides like you're in a rocking chair when you're on him, but I think he's actually older than Agilon. And Agilon turned 26 February the 3rd. Today's February the 15th. And I think Rudy is older than Agilon. When you look at his teeth, you can tell that he's put on some years, but he's a sweet horse. Rides good, loves to be loved. And here comes Cana, and he's mischievous. Cana boy's mischievous. Now he's wanting to scratch his head on me. All right, boy. All right, watch out now. Watch out. Watch out, boy. Watch out, boy. Yeah, this is the baby. This is the baby. Hey, boy. Hey, Cana. Hey, Cana, boy. Oh. Yep. I had to fix this fence the other day, and I put me some white markers on the gate over there so I can see when it's closed, because I don't like to let them out and it be down. And you really can't see them on this camera from here. But this is markers that I put up there and just wired it with some baling wire so that people won't try to drive their vehicles in here either. I don't want them driving in here in the pasture. So I put this up so they'll know that there's actually a electric fence there. And I actually got these white things off of my supplement buckets that I have for my senior horses. And hopefully that'll let people know this is an electric fence. Do not enter. Do not touch, because it will pop the stew out of you if you touch it. It'll make you call on Jesus. And I had to fill in a hole here a few weeks ago where the rain washed it out, and there's an actual deer track where deers walked, but I think I need to put some sand right there so the horses won't step in the hole. And this over here is another area, and it took like a wheelbarrow of dirt to fill it in. This area right here. And just all the rain just made it, for some reason, have a hole right there. Because years ago when we had this cleared, the men that were clearing the property decided instead of hauling the trees off that they would just dig holes and bury it. So that's what they did. And I think that might be why some of the holes are appearing, because the stuff that they buried's rotted and it's just washed out. Here's Misty rolling. The gnats are real bad this morning, so they roll to get the bugs off. And there's Cana, he's rolling too. Look at that boy. Look at my Cana boy, rolling. And a bunch of hairs just blew off of him, because they'll start shedding here pretty soon. Getting ready for summertime. I love my Cana boy. I love you, Cana. I love my Cana boy. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I love you. I love you, Cana. All right. Well, that's the update at the camp, at the ranch. And I'm going to go get some sand and put in that hole there. All right.